Speaking of COVID, Richard asks, in hindsight, was the CRE market players over-dependent on the extremely cheap money, the ones issued by the Fed after COVID, and now funds are getting back to normal rates?
The cost of funds.
Look, I think that interest rates are key to the way the real estate market functions. And when rates go up, it doesn't necessarily mean bad things for the market, because even if interest rates go up, cap rates can go up. But if they're going up because you have tangible traction in the economy, your NOI on the building might go up. So you actually could end up with a higher value, even with a higher cap rate. 100% of the time when rates go down, it's very good for real estate and people go bonkers. They go crazy. So I think if you look at the fact that housing market collapsing in 2006, 2007 was caused by rates being too low for too long, creating a bubble in the market. You could make the same argument that we had rates for over 10 years that were too long because they really never got elevated. When they dropped in 08, 09, they really never got high again. We had this long period where rates are too low. People lose sight of the fact. I don't know what it opened up at today. I've been swamped with stuff. But yesterday, the 10-year opened at 462, right? The average 10-year treasury over the past 50 years has been 5.4%. So we're still below average and everybody is complaining.
Yeah.
So I think we've kind of lost sight of what a normal market is like from an interest rate perspective. And I think it's causing so much disruption today. So many people have mortgages at 3.5% that are maturing. And the replacement mortgage is, first of all, it's 25 or 35% less proceeds, but the rate has more than doubled. And so the impact that has on cash flow is really profound. And I think that if you look at rates, I think it was terrible policy by the Fed to increase rates to the extent they did as quickly as they did. The reality is only 20% of the U.S. economy is highly correlated to interest rates. We have a scenario where real estate is very, very highly correlated. 35% of the U.S. economy is healthcare and education. I've never seen a high school kid say, I'm going to wait a few years to go to college until rates come down. I've never seen anybody who needs to get surgery say, let me wait till the 10-year gets to 3% before I go in for that surgery. So that stuff continues to go on. And real estate has just been disproportionately, really negatively impacted. And it's creating a real disruption, a repricing in the market. It's an issue. But I don't think if rates come down 50, 75 basis points, eventually, I think that will be a good thing. But I think people who are hoping that rates come down 150, 200 basis points, I think they could be waiting quite a long time.